Hi my love, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we're going to be learning how to cut these two pieces. This is a polo and a short knicker. So if this is what you're interested in, please stay tuned, watch to the end of this video, and do not forget to subscribe, like, share and comment. Okay, if you have any question or any part that is a bit confusing to you, let me know in the comment section. And to my returning subscribers, you all are highly welcome. For my new subscribers, you're welcome to the family. May God bless you all for all your support. So let's get straight into the video. So guys, this is the fabric I'm using. This is a crepe, a shining crepe, and I use about 1.5 yards of fabric. So I went ahead to fold my fabric into two, and the measurement I use in folding my fabric is my hip measurement divided by 4 plus extra 3 inches allowance. And I came down by 1 inch from this is going to be my starting point, which is also known as my shoulder line. So the length of my top of this top is 24 inches. I'm trying to manage my fabric, okay, but you can use 26, 27, if we depend on how low you want your top to come down. So after measuring the length of my top, I'm going to go in by 3 inches for my neck width. That is what I'm going to go in. And for my shoulder measurements, my shoulder divided by 2 is 7 inches, but what I use right here is 10 inches. All right, because this is a polo, okay, it's a shirt, so you have to come down. So the neck depth that I use is 2 inches for the neck depth. That is what I use, while the neck width that I use is 3 inches. But for the back neck depth, I came down by 1 inch. That is what I use. I'm going to be connecting the lines together. I came down to my bust line and also to my waistline, although the waistline is not really needed, it's not really necessary. So I input my bust measurement divided by 4. So after that I added extra 3-inch allowance. So for my shoulder line, which is at 10 inches, I came down by 1.5 inches, which is going to be my shoulder slope. I want it to come down really well. That is why I used 1.5 inch instead of 1 inch. All right, so I connected it from my neck width to my shoulder slope. So I measured what I have on my bust line. I input the same thing on my hip line. Okay, I connect the lines together. So right now, just go ahead to cut it out. So first of all, I'll be cutting the back, then I'll cut out the front. I went ahead to fold my fabric into two again. There is nothing like zipper or anything for this style. This is just a normal polo, okay. So and the fabric I'm using is very stretchy. I use a stretchy part of this fabric to make this top. After cutting out the back piece, I'm going to cut the front neck depth and I will adjust the armhole. So we are done cutting the front, the upper side. So now we're going to be cutting the down part, which is the short. So I folded my fabric into two, and how I got the measurement I use in folding my fabric is by dividing my hip into 4 divided by 4 plus extra 3-inch allowance. So now I'll be adding a waistband to this. The waistband I'm going to be using is 2 inches, so that is why I started my measurement from 2 inches, and the length of my short is just 16 inches. Okay, that is the length of my short. So if you see the way I'm measuring this, I'm minusing the 2 inches I'm going to be using for my waistband. Okay, so I came down from my waist to my crotch depth. My crotch depth is 11 inches, and how to get your crotch depth is by dividing your hip measurement divided by 4. Whatever you have, you add extra 1 inch allowance. That is going to be your crotch depth. So now under my crotch depth, I measure my hip measurement divided by 4. I might not have inch because the fabric is very stretchy. So my hip measurement divided by 4 is 10 inches, but I use 9.5 inches. So right here on my waist measurement, I use 9 inches. Okay, do you understand what I did? On the hip line, I use 9.5 inches instead of 10 inches. On my waistline, I also input my hip measurement on my waist so I can get that line. So from that hip line, I measured my waist measurement. So from this waist measurement that I measured, this is my waist measurement divided by 4. Then I connect the line to my hip. So the front crotch extension that I'm using is 2 inches, and how to get that is by dividing your hip measurement by 20. Whatever you have, that is going to be your front crotch extension. Right now, I measure from my waist to my hip line so I can connect my crotch the way you see me curve it out. Then on the length of my short, I came in by ½ inch on both sides. Use just to give it that fit on the length because this fabric is very stretchy, very stretchy. So I went ahead to connect the whole lines together, then I'll cut it out. I'll be using this one to also cut out the back. So cutting of these shorts, if you have any part that is a bit confusing to you, you can let me know in the description. You can let me know in the comment section. So you can see how stretchy the fabric is, and I'm not using anything like that on this pants. So right now we're trying to cut the back piece. You can see that I gave it enough allowance for the back. Okay, because our back crotch extension is a bit longer than the front. So now this line that I just indicate, which is our hip line from the front, I'm going to connect it to the back also. And I'll do the same thing. Our waistline from the front, I'm going to mark it at the back so I'll get the line. So from that our waistline, I'm going to measure 1.5 inch inward the way you see me doing, and from this our hip line, I'm going to measure 0.5 inch inward. Okay, then we'll connect it together. So from this new line that we just connected, that is what I'm going to measure my hip measurement divided by 4, which is what I just did now. I did not add anything like allowance to this because like I say, it's very stretchy. I'll measure the waist measurement that I have for the front. I'm going to do the same thing at the back. So from this our waistline, I went up by 1 inch. All right, from our waistline I went up by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect that 1 inch to our waist measurement in a slant way, the way you see me doing in this video. Then from that line, I'm going to connect from our waist to our hip. So from that our new line, that is what we're going to be putting our back crotch extension, which is 4 inches. And how to get that is by dividing your hip measurement by 10. Whatever you have, that is your back crotch extension. Okay, I mark out my hip line, then I connect the curve, the back curve for it. I hope you understand this part. If it's a bit confusing to you, let me know, okay, in the comment section. So I connect this line all the way to the down part. I'm going to cut it out. Like I said earlier, I did not add any allowance to this. I had no allowance at all. I wanted to add allowances. I noticed that I remember that I did not add allowance to the front, so there is no need of me adding allowance to the back. So I'm going to be cutting it out because this fabric is very stretchy. But if you are using a fabric that is not stretchy, please do not forget to add your ½ inch allowance all the way around for the joining. Both on your crotch line, do not forget to add your ½ inch allowance. But if you are using very stretchy fabric, there is no need of adding ½ inch allowance. So I'm going to be joining it together the way you see me indicating, with just small amounts of inches, just little inches. So I'm cutting out my sleeve. This is just a normal basic sleeve. Okay, that is what I'm cutting out. So this is my front piece. I'm going to join it together on the shoulder. I place the front and the back, then I'm going to be joining it on the shoulder. Then I'll join it with 1 inch on the side, and I will hem the down parts. So after doing that, this is how it is looking. You can see my shirt, my polo is not that long because of the length that I use, because I'm trying to manage my fabric. So I measure what I have on my neckline all the way around so I can cut out um my neck collar. This is the pint. You can see this is the front and the back. I am done joining them together. So now I'm going to be joining them on the side. I'm going to be joining with just little amounts of inches also, and I'll fold the hem. After joining it on the side, I'll hem it down, then I'll also join it on the crotch line. Then I'll go ahead and insert my sleeves. Doing that, you can see how our shirt is coming together. This is how our shirt is coming together. My polo is coming together. So you can see the short. I'm still drawing it for you guys to see how stretchy this fabric is. It's very stretchy. Okay, it's very stretchy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my waist, my round waist measurement. I started from one part. I'll measure it all the way to that part also. Whatever I have, I'm going to be cutting my waistband for it. So this is my waistband. So I measured what I have. What I have on my waist, that is what I cut out for my waistband. Then I'm going to be closing it. This waistband, they're going to close it on both sides. Okay, if you're cutting it straight, there's no need. I will have to do joining because my fabric was not enough. The stretchy part was not enough. You can see how it is when you join it together. So now I'm going to be pinning it on my pants, just the way you see me indicating in this video, and I will stitch it together. Guys, after watching this video, please do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Okay, please support and let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. All right, please let me know where you're watching from so I can be giving you guys a shout out whenever I'm making any video. So I'm going to be cutting the collar right now the same way I cut my waistband. That is the same way I'm cutting my collar. The length of the collar I'm using is 1 inch, but I mark out 1.5 inches so that I can use half inch for the joining. So guys, please do not forget to follow me up on my Facebook channel, which I'm going to be putting the link in the description box and also my comment section, and also follow me up on my Instagram, okay, and my TikTok. Just let's connect. If you have any style you would like me to make, please let me know also. So after that, you guys look at how it is looking. Thank you guys for watching and God bless you all. Bye.